Hey gamers, what's up? Muzz here from not L1 Games. I'm actually in my bathroom right now, and I thought I would do something utterly and completely unique. This is Shavecast. You remember, as I was doing the coronavirus update videos while we were on quarantine, I was growing this ridiculous facial accessory, and I decided today was the day to get rid of it. But I mean, what better thing to do while we get rid of it than to talk about the PlayStation 5? And I took a couple notes, just little things, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about just what's going on with the PS5, what we think of it, and all that good stuff. I'm already being made fun of. I'm looking at the comments here. So yeah, I think it's time, right? It's time to go. This thing adds 10 years to my face, and it's definitely odd. So you guys have known me for years if you watch my channel. This is all new. I'm going back to my original look, and that'll be that. So hi from Denmark. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Don't. It looks good on ya. What? No, you know what? I think part of the big problem for me is like I have so much gray, and I don't know. Look at that. Look at all that gray. It's ridiculous. So, you know, you want to hold on to your youth, right? I want to look as young as I can for as long as I can, and this is definitely not conducive to a youthful look. So we're going to get rid of it, but I'm going to try a couple of different things. Yeah, the Viking look is right, dude. The gray fox is in right now. Nah, not for me. I'm going for the young, clean cut look. But I'll probably leave a little bit of the 5 o'clock shadow because a little facial hair looks good. If I don't have facial hair, I look like, you know, a peach silver surfer. You know what I mean? Like, it is not attractive. So yeah. But I wanted to start off talking about the PS5 while we think about what the first cut is going to be. Leave a comment and let me know what I'm thinking. Right up the center and then right up the bottom of the lip there, and leaving it so it does this thing. What do you think of that? Leave a comment, see what you think. The PS5 was announced yesterday, and the design, I think, is the standout thing. Everyone's posting pictures of like the portable little AC thing on the floor that looks like it. And the first thing I thought was iRobot. Remember the robots in iRobot? It looked like that to me. Or, I don't know, kind of like they hired Pixar to give them their idea of what a futuristic game console would look like. But it's like the future from 2000, not 2020. You know what I mean? It looks, I don't know, like a dated vision of the future. And I wasn't pleased with the look of it. And I was very vocal about my displeasure in the controller when they, you know, showed us the pictures of that. Geez, that had to be a month ago. And I don't know. I'm excited for the PS5, but that design, it just isn't for me. So, I don't know. My clippers look like a PS5 accessory. That is exactly right. That's the problem with the PS5, right there. You know, I compare it to the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, and the Series X it's got these hard, contemporary lines. It looks like two GameCubes stuck to each other, you know? And I like it. I like it a lot. It looks easy to clean. It looks substantial. And it has just these contemporary hard lines that I really like about it. And I was hoping for the V design on the PlayStation 5. I was really sad that it didn't have like kind of that V effect that everyone was expecting earlier. And this swoopy, slopey thing just didn't do it for me. We all hated the PS2's design the first year. Progress. Yeah, well, you know, maybe there'll be a slim PS5 that'll look cooler. I don't know. I never hated the PS2, by the way. I always thought that was a great design. Again, I like straight lines, angles, 90 degree here, 90 degree there, this sloping thing. And then the all digital edition, which we can talk about, you know I hate it. Just because of what it is. That the way it slopes in and it looks like it gets wider as it goes to the top. I really don't like that. The one with the disc is actually, it bubbles out a little there at the bottom. I think that actually looks better than the digital edition, which I guess doesn't really matter because there's no way I would even consider the digital edition anyway. So, yeah. Let's make the first cut. I didn't get any suggestions, guys. No suggestions? What do you think? Straight up the bottom? Should I just go straight up the bottom? How much is it going to be when it releases? I have no idea, man. I'm guessing 500. But I don't know if they're going to do maybe one with a bigger hard drive, one with a smaller. Is the standard going to be like a 2 terabyte? And then maybe a 1 terabyte small hard drive edition? I don't know what they would call it, but who knows? Maybe go for a goatee first, see how it looks. But if I do the goatee, then I lose the ability to come up the middle and do the biker look. I think I'm going with the biker look, but I appreciate the suggestion. Let's just do it and see what happens. So, yeah, that's what I think of the design. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of just the overall design. Did you like it? Did you hate it as much as I did? I won't use the word hate, but I'm not pleased. Tyler, what's up? GoldenEye, no, yes, we're gonna do it. Right up. Look at all that. Oh, yeah, this took forever to grow. Forever. So let's get it all. The soul patch is gone. Over there. A little bit over there. What do we got? Look at that. It's like kind of a Wolverine thing going on there. Hold on. Just trim it down. I don't know, I might be done. What do we think of that? Let's see. Full-blown Hulkamaniac. Oh, I don't know about that. No Man's Sky got a free cross-play update yesterday. Yes, I'm very excited for that because I have a Xbox One save on No Man's Sky where I have hundreds of millions of credits. And now I can actually trade them into my PS4 account for No Man's Sky, which is awesome. Where I'm not quite a multi-millionaire in that one, but I can't wait to share from my Xbox account to my PlayStation account. That's just really exciting stuff to me. Now I have the 70s look. Yeah, right? Look at that. Yeah. What's next? What do you think? Should I go, I'm going to go a little further out and see what happens. This is going to leave the ability to do the just regular 70s mustache when the rest goes. Oh yeah, look at that. What? Well, I'm styling now. Let's go right up there. Yeah, how about that? Okay, we stopped cutting for a minute. I don't know, I'm kind of digging it. That's kind of funky. I feel like I'm the cop from Time Splitters. Ever play Time Splitters? Maybe we'll do the cheeks next so we get the whole thing going up, right? What are we saying down here about the PS5? Yeah, John, I agree. You think it stands out in a sleek way. I will give it that. It's a unique design. It's got that funky flow to it. I don't know how well it'll clean getting in between the things, but I think they definitely chose form over function in terms of the design. What I really hate about it is I like to lay my consoles flat. I don't stand them up. And when you look at the pictures of it at an angle when it's flat, it looks like a table where one of the legs is broken. You know what I mean? And it's leaning off. I don't like that at all. And I have a real problem with it. So we'll see how the broken table design works. But, we'll get used to it. But yeah, we'll get used to it. There's no question. Shave the stash, but leave the huge chops in the sides. Oh, dude, I didn't think of that. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Like I could just have those. But, these don't grow in very thick. And this did. So I would like to see kind of what I look like with like the 70s porn stash. Just the stash. Right? I don't know, man. Some decision time is coming up here in the next couple of minutes. Just joined, excited for the PS5. Yeah, I think we all are. Regardless of what we think of the design, I think we're all excited about the system, right? So, yeah, there's no denying that. What else do we got here? See, I got you all on my tablet, reading what you're saying. I look like the biker from GTA 4. That's terrible. I don't want to look like that. Just pointy sideburns and a horseshoe. Yeah. Please tell me you have a top hat lying around you can put on real quick. I don't. I wish I did. So yeah, what about games? I think, look at all this hair. What games stood out to you? For me, right off the bat, the Miles Morales game looks really interesting. I like the animated look of the graphics. It feels like kind of like you're just playing a game version of the Spider-Verse. So I was really into that. And I think one of the biggest standout titles for me as a massive fan of the franchise was the new Resident Evil game. So I know most of you, if you know me, if you've watched me in the past, you know how much I love Resident Evil. So I'm really excited for that. But what I want to know is, will there be any kind of VR functionality? Resident Evil 7 on PlayStation VR was a standout experience. It was a PS VR selling device. It was amazing. I played through it multiple times. I really enjoyed it, and I would hope that Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village, whatever it's called, is going to feature that ability for us. It looks like it's in first person, so I mean that's part of the way there. I'm really hoping later on that there'll be an announcement of VR compatibility with that one. But you can never tell. I also had hoped maybe they'd do it with Resident Evil 2. It didn't have to be first person to be in VR, but to have the Resident Evil camera angles and be able to look around within the environment would have been really an amazing ability. So yeah, the PS5 itself also looks huge, way bigger than the original Xbox One. Yeah, it's hard to get a sense of scale with it. So I can't say 100%, but it did look pretty bulky. I don't know. Let's see. Imagine the Q-tips you'll need to clean out the crevices. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't look easy to clean. Where that plastic seems to fold over, it looks like you'd have to get in between there. Now imagine cleaning that, and you have an Xbox Series X right beside it. You have to clean that. You just, I'm done. And then you're in there with the Q-tips on your PS5. So that's not cool. They showed some video of Gran Turismo. So we'll see. Horizon, Gamer Rant. What's up, man? How you doing? You should all check out Gamer Rant. thought Horizon looked interesting, but I didn't really fully get into the original one. So that might be a little harder for me, but it did look good. It looked impressive. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think it's Resident Evil 8 Village. Yeah, you're right. But they had it's a village and the three eyes, and then all of a sudden it faded out. So I guess, you call it whatever you want, right? Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village, both. Put them in there. Who knows? Disk drive or no disk drive, PS5, anyone? I'm going with disk drive. I'm with you. And if you haven't, check out my video on digital distribution versus physical ownership. There is no way at all I will ever own a console that has no disk drive if I have an option to have one that does. I hate this push to take physical ownership away from us. And it just sucks. It's terrible. And I think it's the downfall. I mean, if you have a store like mine in your neighborhood and you go to it and you enjoy it, and then you go out and buy one of these all digital consoles, you're basically kicking that store owner in the teeth every time you do it. And I mean, you're basically kicking physical ownership in the teeth. And in a roundabout way, kicking yourself in the teeth, because you're taking away your ability, your own ability to own games, to actually have ownership of them, versus this long-term rental that a digital download offers you. And there's no getting past that. Go watch my video, check it out, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Same bro, yes. Digital edition is garbage. Yes, Gamerant, I agree. If they opened up the show by showing Grand Theft Auto 5, honestly kind of confused me. Where was Grand Theft Auto 6? How about that? I think we're all waiting for that, right? Going to bed. Midnight in Denmark. Dude. Well, thanks for being up and watching that all. I appreciate that, man. And it's awesome to know you're watching from Denmark. So, have a good night. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Deathloop looked awesome, dude. I gotta say, I was into that. It looked like a really unique kind of a storytelling mechanic going on there. And I kind of hearkened me a little bit to but Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill. The sirens went off and things changed. And that's how it looked in this, like you were going through some of the same environments over, but in, I don't know, different spaces in reality, different, universes, layers of universe, who knows? But it looked really awesome. So, yeah, I'm with you. Pragmata, I think it was called, looked really good. And what was it? Ghostwire Tokyo looked really good. There were some games that were stand out to me. I mean, some of it just looked like, Ratchet and Clank, for example, didn't blow me away at all. But when you get past the cartoony CGI games, where it looks like you're just playing Despicable Me or something, some CGI character on the screen, and you get into more of the photorealistic looking things, that's when I get blown away. That Gran Turismo looked beautiful. Resident Evil looked beautiful. Ghostwire looked beautiful. And there are a few others, like that Unreal Engine demo they showed like a month ago, where you saw the dynamic lighting and everything, and, they're talking about billions of triangles making up this, just like, wow, that's phenomenal. And that's what I want to see. So we'll see. What else we got here? That fruit bug was... Fruit bug looked cute. It looked interesting. You eat and you become. I saw little, centipede-looking things that were ribs running around. I don't know. I would give it a shot just for a chuckle, but I don't think it's a game I would take seriously. Solar Ash looked really good. But it really put me in mind of... And I got to look. I don't know if the same people made it, but it put me in mind of Bound. And I don't know if anyone played Bound, but Bound was a work of art, this game. You can download it on PSN or Xbox Live, I think. I think it's on Xbox Live. I know it's on PSN. But I played it in VR. They actually patched it with VR later on. But prior to that, I played it without. And it's this just artistic, beautiful game where your main character, all of her movements are like ballet. So everything flows. There's this fluidity that it's not like any game you've played. And it's it's beautiful. It's a pleasure to play. So the Solar Ash definitely put me in mind of that graphically, the colors, the lines. I was like really into just the look of it. Um, what else? Oh, Oddworld, right? Oddworld Soulstorm. It looks like old Abe's Odyssey or Abe's Exodus, like an old school PlayStation style 2D Oddworld game, which I'm totally excited for. I can't wait for that. I love games like that. 2D games, cinematic side scrollers for me are like among my favorites. So I'm really, really pleased about that. John, yeah, we were talking about Resident Evil. It looks really good. So I think we're all excited for that one. And on that, I'm going to go for the cheeks. Let's do the cheeks now. Oh, that took so long to grow. Guys, seriously, it takes me forever to grow facial hair. Look at that. Let's go for the other cheek. Oh, I'm heading towards clean cut. That looks weird. I don't know what I think of that. My chin looks like 10 times bigger than it ever did before. Okay. Stray looked really interesting. What did you guys think of that one? This entirely robotic world. Humanity is gone, and you got this little cat just running around with a little backpack on. It looked phenomenal. I don't know why. I don't know what it was. I don't even know how gameplay works in that game, but that really pulled me in. There was something about it that I absolutely loved. I can't wait to give that a shot. Wooly Willy up in here. What's up, Jason? Not woolly for much longer, I'll tell you that. It's because you're a cat. I know the feeling, yeah. Yeah, I do like anything with cats. You say you should shave the eye. I should shave the eyebrows. Okay, so let's shave the eyebrows. No, I'm not gonna shave the eyebrows. It's not happening. Jeez, you know what I look? I'd look like a crazy person if I shaved my face and my eyebrows and my head. I would look like an insane person. I can't do that. Of course, one of the biggest games I talked about, The Village, and I talked about Miles Morales, but Hitman 3. Hitman 3 really jumped out at me, and I didn't expect that. There's this whole trailer, this cinematic, they're going through the woods and everything, and it slipped by me until the very end that I was watching a Hitman trailer. I'm really excited about that. I love everything Hitman. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time, right up there with Resident Evil, and just I've already played through the newest ones, and I'm really excited for another one. So that'll be incredible. Shave one eyebrow. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense, right? You got excited, huh? I wasn't going to do it. See, Sherbert, I feel like the PS5 won't look good next to my TV. I agree. I totally agree. I had that white Xbox One S. I didn't like that beside my TV, and it was a style that I liked. I thought the system looked good, but I hated the color next to my TV. I got the Xbox One X, and now I love it next to my TV. So that's just a clear indication of just what something as simple as color can do in terms of like your gaming area and how much you like the things you have that are taking up all this valuable real estate right on your entertainment stand. So yeah, I was really disappointed with the color of like at least offer us an all black one, I could live with the curves if it was all kind of subdued. You couldn't tell them. They weren't as outstanding as they are when you're contrasting white and black together. So I don't know. One Punch Man. Yeah. Hitman is awesome. Love Blood Money. Blood Money was great, dude. I love that. Yeah, I agree, Gamer Rant. I think a black version is coming. It just seems logical. And now, let's do all of this and just leave this 70s handlebar deal. And then we'll take the bottoms off of it and just go with the 70s stash. I think that'll be fun, right? After we read this comment, what do we got going on? Hitman always had multiple gameplay elements happening at the same time. I agree. Making replayability a blast. So many ways to do one thing, to meet one objective, right? You know, poison, bullets, garrots, screwdrivers, knives, explosions, whatever you want to do. There's a way to kill that guy in multiple places. You don't even have to kill him in the same place every time. Just a phenomenal series of games, and Hitman has done nothing but get better. So, let's do it. Oh. Like, as I shave this, it took me so long to grow. And I'm like, wow. Look at that. Let's keep that there for the time being. Okay, this is next. This is crazy. I've had the beard for months now, and it's just weird not to have it. Like, I'll be trying to comb it tonight, and it won't be there. All right, look at that. That is my funky 70s look. I'm half tempted to just keep it like this. Look at that. Yeah, what do you think? I don't know, I like it. I like it. So, yeah, what about Elder Scrolls 6? We didn't see that either, and I'm pretty sure I've heard that's in development. So I was kind of surprised not to see a video for that or Grand Theft Auto 6. Even anything, you know, some kind of teaser, something. Grand Theft Auto 6 is an announcement for either Series X or PS5, especially if there's any kind of exclusivity, would be groundbreaking. It'd be a system seller. I mean, you know, these consoles are going to come out side by side practically. That potentially they could, I doubt they'll come out the same weekend, but it could happen. And who's going to get the lead is really going to depend on what the game libraries are like. And Sony's been killing with game library this gen. I've really leaned on my PS4, but Microsoft could have a chance. So what if they were the ones to announce, oh yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 is exclusive for the first year on our system, you know? It's a no-brainer then. People are going to lean towards the Xbox just for that one game. So I'm surprised that they didn't have some kind of title like that, some kind of super system seller. Elder Scrolls 6, we're definitely getting remastered Skyrim on PS5 first. If we get another Skyrim, like Skyrim has been overdone so many times, it's outrageous. If we get another Skyrim, it's just going to be too much. All right, guys. So let's take it off the neck now. Let's just cut that off. Trim that in too. Yeah, look at that. I'm not gonna lie. I actually like this. I liked it better down the neck. Now I really feel like I'm from Time Splitters. Like Hulk Hogan. What you gonna do when Muzzmania comes loose on you? I don't know. Time exclusive is garbage. Gamer Rant, I agree, but at the same time I understand. You know what I mean? For a company to do something that creates incentive for people to buy their console, you know, I mean, that makes total sense. And if they're going to give extra money to the developer that they can then invest into the game, and then that game will come out on the other console later, I don't know. I'm more accepting of that. I mean, we have some games that are completely exclusive anyway. And, you know, as long as hardware developers have their own in-house developers doing software, then we're always going to see exclusivity. So when a third-party developer goes completely exclusive, that always makes me a little sad because I feel like they could make money if they catered to a fuller audience on all the consoles. But you know, timed exclusive, well, you know, at least everyone gets to play it, and that's better than nothing, right? And then when the people who get it, you know, after the timed exclusive is over, when they finally get it, normally it's a better game anyway, and they get, you know, the full experience. And part of that experience was built with the money that they earned making it a timed exclusive. So it's kind of double-edged, but I get what you're saying. No one likes it. You disagree? Yeah, well, you know, you're going to disagree with me sometimes, right? I can't imagine. Most of the time, I think you and I are like right here, but you know, we can't always agree on everything, right? So, all right, we're going to take these off and we're going to go with just the stash. And before anyone asks, I'm not doing a Hitler mustache. In this day and age, that is a terrible, terrible choice. Oh man. Look at that. Oh man, I never knew I could have a mustache like that. Ooh, here in a minute we'll do it military style. When you're in the army, your mustache can't pass the corners of your lips. So we'll go straight up and we'll do military or like state highway patrol looking mustache. Anyone say anything interesting? Not sure if you heard, but AT&T is looking to sell Warner Brother. How crazy would that be if Microsoft had Rocksteady as part of their studio lineup? You know, Microsoft buys a lot and never seems to use it, so I don't know. We'll see. Doesn't include Batman license, but still, what a great studio. Yeah, but would they take full advantage of it? Microsoft has really dropped the ball when it comes to exclusive content. You know, this generation as a whole. I'm disappointed in Microsoft this gen because I think they had a solid console and they could have really run the market if they wanted to, and they chose not to. I mean, you know, these great companies like Limited Run and Special Reserve Games and all them, they can't even make games for Xbox because they can't get anyone on the phone to work with them. I mean, it's insane. It's stupid. So, yeah, Microsoft seems really closed off. They only want big developers or something. I don't know what it is. They're just really weird about their publishing and the developing for their system. And I want to see more. I want to see quirky titles and, you know, crazy exclusives and lots of options. And this hasn't been the gen for that with Microsoft. I leaned on my original Xbox. I leaned on my Xbox 360. And I've been leaning away from my Xbox One for probably the past 2 years because I'm not blown away by what they're offering me. So let's see what happens. Batman license, yeah. Great point. Yeah, well, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. And, I mean, is that it? Have we talked about everything? We didn't talk about the headphones. The headphones, I'm sure, will be great. We didn't really talk about the controller. I'm not blown away by the controller. I feel like Sony has missed an amazing opportunity to offer us an LCD screen, VMU style, just like the Dreamcast controller, but widescreen on their controller. That whole touchpad could have been a touch-sensitive LCD, you know, a touch OLED, whatever. And if it raised the price of the controller, so be it. I just think it could have been amazing. And this tacky, crappy, gimmicky touchpad that they put on the PS4 controller, which never gets it's used as a button more than anything else. They could have just put a button there on the left and on the right above the start and the options button, and it would have been fine. But they chose this touchpad. I just don't get it. When you have a touchpad that you use as a button, and they could have done a video, like an actual LED screen, and it would have been phenomenal. There could have been so many gameplay options that worked on a controller that we're not going to see because they gave us another touchpad. That's just very disappointing to me, and the DualSense 5 as a whole seemed disappointing. I mean, I hate to say it, because normally I'm a person who says, I'll get it in my hands first, and then I'll let you know what I think. But I can already say I'm probably going to like the Xbox controller a lot more than I like the DualSense 5. How do you feel about the big Sega announcement being a mini Game Gear series? Dude, it's just completely unreasonable. What is it, 4 games? I mean, for the price, outrageous. No one's buying it. Sega just doesn't know. I mean, Sega had their greatest missed opportunity, and you can leave me a comment. Tell me if you think I'm crazy. Sega's greatest missed opportunity was when the Wii came out in 2006. They could have released a Dreamcast 2 or some other name to compete directly with the Wii, but not with the PS3 and the 360. They could have run side by side with Nintendo, put the Dreamcast name on it, and sold millions of units. And it didn't have to be that powerful. They could have taken all those Sega licenses and applied them toward it. And Sega publishes a lot of stuff. If you don't know, look, because Sega does still have a strong name, and it could have been something. And now that opportunity is gone. They could have competed on a lower priced market, and it would have worked. It would have worked for Sega, but this is the kind of thing they do. Sega just never seems to be able to get their consoles just right, and it's disappointing as a Sega collector and a Sega fan. I just hate to see it. And now this Game Gear announcement, we all saw it, and it's, I mean, maybe a little short of pathetic, but I don't know. I was pretty sad. I don't know. See the Game Hunter. Hey, what's up? Okay, so let's get rid of the mustache, and then we'll basically be done. Ooh, we're doing military first. So in the military, I said it earlier, but in case you're just joining, your mustache can't pass the corner of your lip. Let's trim it too. You gotta keep it off of your lip also. Look at that. Yeah? It's the worst thing I've ever had on my face. It's awful. Look at that. But even with this, I look younger than I looked with the whole beard. Surreal, what's up? How you doing? All right. So, I'm looking at my notes here to make sure I've covered everything. I mean, we have talked about a lot here. I think we've gotten it all. Yeah. Let's take off the rest of the mustache. Let's savor this for one more minute. I've never had a mustache before, so that's interesting, to say the least. I don't like it. What if Microsoft buys them and launches the Dreamcast, or their Game Pass program? I mean, that could be the best thing that ever happened, but it wouldn't, unfortunately. They use it as a means to get Xbox Live Arcade approach. Yeah, I mean, that's a great what if. If it's bound in the, the realm of reality, I can't say for sure, but I guess there's no telling what could happen in the future, right? So here we go. back to normal. Oh, this is totally weird for me right now. Totally weird, but normal face once again. Like a baby, you're right. Clean as can be. I'm gonna take a razor to the cheeks here, but I'm gonna leave the shadow. I quite like the shadow. So yeah. And my shirt is now covered in hair. My sink is now filled with hair. So I have some cleaning to do. But that's it. That's thoughts on the PS5. I remember that guy, Michael. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I remember him too. I just saw him for the first time in months. But yeah, so that's it. That's my thoughts on the PS5 so far. I'm really quite excited for the console. I mean, just because I have some negative things to say, I don't want anyone to think that, oh, he's a fanboy, he hates Sony. No, I'm really excited for the PS5. I'm massively excited that it's PSVR compatible. I was let down that we saw controllers and we saw a camera and we saw headphones and we saw a media remote and all this stuff, but we didn't see anything VR. We saw Astrobot, we saw Resident Evil, but we don't know if those are even VR. And that's all sad. But knowing that my PSVR is compatible with the PS5 and companies can still release games on the PS5 that'll be VR compatible, and the PS5 will probably make our VR games look better, play better. So there's a lot happening there. I think maybe they just didn't want to overwhelm us with the potential of some insane cost of buying a PS5 with a new VR and all this. So I'm fine as long as I know they're going to continue supporting it. And I think they are. So that's something to look forward to. I'm really excited to continue playing and buying games for my PlayStation VR, which is one of my favorite accessories now of all time, hands down. Project Athea looked good, it did. Not much info on it. 2K21 is just microtransaction crap. I couldn't agree more, dude. See, we don't agree on one thing, but this we completely agree on. Destruction All-Stars, yeah, totally not, I didn't even put it in my notes, not worth mentioning. Returnal looked interesting, but I didn't know if it was worth talking about. It just kind of, it was on that borderline between interest and none. So I'm going to hold out and see more on it and see what I think of it. And maybe, who knows, down the road it will be something I'm more interested than I am now. John, we should all be happy. We got another generation. Means the industry is stronger than ever. Yeah, well, this month alone, May was crazy for video game sales. We almost hit $1 billion this month in May. I mean, that's crazy. So the industry is stronger than ever. And it's, hopefully recession proof. They say it is. So, things like this happen. We're on quarantine. What do? We play video games. And I don't know. I see a strong future for the Series X and the PS5 and whatever Nintendo does in a few years. Bring back Twisted Metal. Oh, if they would just take the original Twisted Metal and revamp it, like just give us a total graphics overhaul with the same game underneath, kind of like they did with Perfect Dark 64 when they did that 1080p overhaul on the 360 back in the day, which is still worth playing. It's an amazing game. And they left everything the same at its core, the way it felt, the way it played. It was all original, but it looked beautiful on, an HD TV. And they could do that for Twisted Metal. I would be blown away. I would buy it. It would probably be easily an instant favorite, How'd you feel about Resident Vienna 8, The Village? Hey, look, Vania 8. I want to say that again. Resident Vania 8. I actually think it looks really good. I'm excited for it. I hope it has a VR component. But time will tell. We'll see what's going on with that. Yes, or reboot 2 as Twisted Metal would be. Yeah, Twisted Metal World Tour. Yeah, you're right. Twisted Metal 2. I think it's the favorite of everyone. 1 and 2 both. I think were just phenomenal games. And then each one seemed to be worse than the one before. Like, as they went on, it got bad. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm all shaved. Now I'm going to hit it with a razor. I'm not going to do that on this video. You don't need to see that. You don't want to see that. And I think we've covered everything, and we can move on. And I guess in my next video, you'll see clean shaved me like you're seeing right now. If you forget what it looked like, just go to the beginning of this video and you can see. So I'm out of here. Leave a comment and let us know what you think of the PlayStation 5, the controller, the games, the design, anything and everything. I do want to know what everyone thinks and how they feel about it. Also follow me if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon for updates for future videos. Follow me on L1 Streams, guys. If you subscribe to this channel, you should definitely subscribe to that. I'll do a live stream every now and then, and you can be part of it. And check me out on Instagram at L1Muzz, that's M-U-Z-Z, and on Twitter at L1 Games. And I think I'm out of here. Any last minute comments? Thanks for the talks, Muzz. John, no problem. Keep up the great work. Stay healthy. I'm going to do my best. And easy game, Hunter. Hopefully I won't show up late for the next stream. Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad you could come by and check this one out. And we will see you the next time around. No problem. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I will catch you all soon. GoldenEye, you're the best. And that's it. I'm gone. And I'm clean shaven. I'm out of here. There's hair in the sink. It's awful.